Whoa. Hmm. The moon in Atlas, maybe? No. Moon in Atlas. The moon disk moving around. Plasma motion of all that. Yeah, it's like the air is liquid. Of course. You guys see that building way off in the distance over there behind the fucking bank? Okay, I know you don't know it's a bank, but this round thing kind of, well, it isn't really round, but it looks like it might be from here. Dude, I swear to God, every night at a distance, for years, I've thought people were in there at night, and I'm not fucking somebody that trips on that kind of shit, really, even though I've had endless extraterrestrial contacts. I don't really sit there and trip on it, but if I see something like that, that's trippy, I'll get it, but it just, that's how different dimensions can be perceived. But I always think it looks like somebody's up there. It looks like a flying saucer, windows. But yeah, no, it's a regular meeting hall or some bullshit. I mean, I've lived by it for 1,000 years. You'd think I would know exactly what it was, but I'm not. It has something to do with the bank that's right there. But I'm not quite sure. Huh. There's a moon out tonight. Well, this morning apparently. Just kind of floating in space. Liquid. The air is like plasma. We'll be hearing from the plasma collective soon. Again, I'm sure. Whoa. Looks like an eye. How calm that is, man. Well, yeah, that. Amazing. Yeah. Well, the moon must be back in the dressing room. Well, I guess that's it, and that's that. I guess we're all alone in the universe. There's no life out there. None whatsoever. Just us on this little rock on the outskirts of the Milky Way galaxy, some obscure nothing galaxy in an infinite number of universes. Yeah. And there's the moon surfacing back again. Making its way. Yeah. Wow. It's way foggy here now all of a sudden. There, huh? Yeah. Well, you know, I think that people, we know that there's a lot of people that aren't ready to come to terms with the fact that there's extraterrestrial life all around us, right? Much less interdimensional, but it's, you know, when you when you are interacting with them, it can be a bit much sometimes. Their energy's so high. And of course you don't know, you know, you have that guardedness in you, of course, naturally as a being, you know, and not knowing, it can be nerve-wracking not knowing 100%, you know, and I guess you never do know 100%. I mean, you just don't know. The only thing you can know is what you're doing in this exact now moment. They say the now moment a lot, but it's true. I mean, it's the only thing you can be really sure of with anything. But I think coming face to face with some of these beings is going to be really a lot to handle for some people, for a lot of people, really. Even a lot of people that don't think it will be. Yeah, getting to meet them is kind of like a cat and mouse game. Very careful. They're very careful about it, for the most part. Unless you have some kind of soul contract or deed, you know, thing with them before life, like I probably have. I mean, they just popped into my life with some, you know, it was pretty quick and rapid over a few day period. Yeah, so it just depends. Just depends. But we'll see where it goes. We don't know. We do know this. We know the extraterrestrials have been here. They've always been here. We know this, though, right now. Right now, it's not, they're not open. I mean, it's not like just a known absolute fact by people that are totally ignorant to it, right? It's not complete disclosure, so the word they like to throw around. Okay, and that hasn't happened as of this now moment that we're in this reality. One of endless realities, right? So all we know is what we know this second. We don't know when it's going to be. You know, you can get a good feel or a guess, but, you know, I've been down this road too many times, and I've never been the type of person to sit there and, oh my God, it's going to happen. Yeah, I'll say it's going to happen when it's happened. You don't, you know, nothing is final until it's signed on the bottom line, until you see it on the bottom line. Yeah, you can't sit there and say, oh, it's Atlas is going to be here and it's going to be disclosure and they're going to announce themselves. You don't know. And plans change. They have to change plans and, you know, timelines traverse with each other. And so we don't know until we know. But anybody, the biggest fool's errand anybody could make would be to put all your cart or your eggs in one cart, so to speak. Yeah, because you don't know. You know how many fools I've seen over the years since I've been a contactee, right, and dealt with people on social media. Oh, you know, we used to get them every fucking week. There was this group called the Cobra Etheric Liberation Group. I think it might still exist. I don't know. But 12 years ago, 11 years ago, 10 years ago, 9 years ago, 8 years ago, all the way, you know, monitoring that. Every couple months or so, there was supposed to be this big event. Well, the big event's going to happen. It's going to happen. People, these aren't the kind of people I'd want to know in real life. I mean, these are scary. These got to be some scary motherfuckers, seriously. That ever thought that it was going to be on a date. They don't get hung up on dates. I knew that right away. I got told it right away. Well, you know, figured out that probably that was the case anyway. Or I knew that because I'd heard a lot of religious wackos predict the end of the world on a date. And I was going to say, how is that going to happen? Is it going to happen like, if that were to happen, okay, it's going to end on a date. Does it end at midnight in the UK? And then, you know, it doesn't, you know, it's still going on for me until it becomes that time here. I mean, because they're 8 hours ahead. The East Coast is 3 hours ahead of where I'm at on the West Coast. I mean, you know, people don't use their heads. They don't even have the common sense to say that it's going to happen over this day period. It'll be this day for part of the planet, and it'll be this day for the other part of the planet. I mean, you know, God, you would think somebody would have had the brains in making all these bullshit predictions. They would have had the fucking brains to say, hey, man, but it's going to happen on Tuesday for these people. It's going to happen on Wednesday for these people. No, never heard it, though, like that. And yeah, it's a bunch of bullshit. And hey, if there was ever a time where somebody was right about that shit, right? For once they were right about it. It was the end of the world, or it was the change of this, or this was going to happen. And it happened on the table, then big fucking deal. I mean, if they were right about it, that'd be the last motherfucking thing they need to be right about, or that we'd, for either good or bad reasons. You get what I'm saying? So, put it this way. I could take Stevie Wonder or Ray Charles when he was alive, and I could take them to a dart board, you know, where the professionals throw it from. I could just kind of aim his arm in the right direction to throw it. I'll give him 1,000 fucking darts to throw, and I'm not saying he'd get a bullseye, but he'll hit that fucking dartboard once. You know, I mean, fuck. So, yeah, I don't buy into that, but every couple months, so it's going to have the big liberation, it's going to happen on a date. It's a process that goes on all the time. It's not in this date it's going to happen. Yes, there are mile markers that are used. Lee Carroll and I are the same way. We got the same kind of downloads, right? In a way, I always have. Since, you know, I've been contacted by the Pleiadians, they've told me basically the same thing that he says. Most of the shit was years ago, and of course it would be funny because I would hear it, and then I listened to him, and then I'd get it in channeling, and then he'd be talking about it, right? Like the 36-year galactical shift, and that 2012 was really just a halfway point, and what, you know, 1221 was really supposed to be in 2030. And I was told that, and then he said it a couple weeks later, right? But again, it's also different too, because it isn't quite the concept, though, with those people. A lot of people think 2012 was the end of the world, or, you know, that kind of shit, or some kind of big doom and gloom. People are so into wanting a big doom and gloom to happen that they, oh, it's gonna happen on this. I mean, I don't know why they would want to think that. Yeah, or what possesses them to. It's like they seek it out. It's really bizarre. I don't know, but yeah, that showed how stupid a lot of people were on that day. Oh, the world's gonna end tomorrow. And how in the fuck is that gonna happen? If anybody had a logical lick of sense in their brain, well, they wouldn't be thinking that way. You know, well, the world's gonna end. Well, how? How in one day? Now, if the world's going to end, there's going to be this big fucking disaster, wars and all this shit, right? The shit's going to build. It ain't going to happen on a fucking particular day. I mean, there's no even multidimensional logic in that kind of bullshit at all. You can't even stretch for that. I mean, how is it going to happen? Oh, it's going to happen on that day. Exactly. Well, what's going to lead up to it? Okay, that's going to lead up to it, but this shit has to build. You know? And if we know it's on that date, it can be fucking stopped. People are really, these are the kind of scary people I don't like to deal with. Because I don't like to be put in a position where I have to fucking shut somebody's fucking ass down. You know what I mean? Oh, I'll do it. But I just would rather not have the aggravation. All we know is what we know in this now second, man. That's it. Much love, guys. And really, I mean, that's all we fucking know. We can hope or wish or want, but when we start wanting something to come help us and save us like that, like putting all our eggs in that basket, yeah, it's cool to wonder about a little bit of help and say, hey, we could sure use some, because we could. But to put your eggs in that basket is ridiculous. Don't. Do everything you can to not, so if it does happen, man, it's all that much better. You know what I'm saying? Rockin' mocking out. But I've got some pictures of the moon I'm going to also post, too, besides this video I just took it out there. Yeah, man, there's some trippy pictures I just got tonight. Anyway.